Hey friends, and welcome back to my kitchen. I am so excited to make tonight's dinner. We are making a delicious brisket in the oven. This is my grandma's brisket recipe. It is so delicious. It falls apart, super tender. We're gonna cook it slow for 4 hours. And yeah, this is my grandma's brisket that we always ate for Passover. So this is a great Passover brisket. Let's get started. I can't wait to show you how to make it. Okay, friends, so we're going to take our large brisket and place it into a big casserole dish. You could do it just like this, or you could step it up and brown your brisket first. It adds so much flavor. I just love doing this, and I try to do it with all my meats, even in the slow cooker. Then we're going to take about 4 carrots. I just peeled and washed these, and oh my goodness, they just like slid right out of the bowl. You want to put it on evenly on both sides if you can, and if you have a bigger pan, you can do it on the other sides as well. So I'm just trying to get all of those carrots in a good proportion on each side. Then I take a large yellow onion. Oh my goodness, guys, these melt into it. It's so good. I actually go right for the onions. Then we're also taking about 3 to 4 russet potatoes. If they're larger, you may only need to use 2. You could also use baby potatoes, and if you don't want potatoes in here and you want to just do mash, leave them out. Then all of our veggies are prepped and ready. Now we're going to get started on the sauce mixture. And I use kosher Lipton onion soup mix. This is dairy free. And then I'm going to add in ketchup. My husband loves it sweet. My kids love it sweet. And I have to say, I do prefer it sweet too. And this ketchup along with ginger ale makes it super sweet. I always go with a cup usually, but since my family likes it a little on the sweeter side, I go a little over, maybe like a cup and 1/4. So 1 1/4 cup. I also like to use my scale because it just makes it so much easier. And then we're going to go in with a can of ginger ale. I know some people like to use different things like 7-Up, Coke. It really is personal preference. My grandmother and my mother always use Canada Dry, so that is exactly what I use. No switching up the recipes. And then we're just going to give that a mix. I am kind of awkward right now because, sorry about that, I am lefty. And whenever I'm doing things, I find that I have to use my right hand for it to get better on film, but it's just so awkward. So I'm switching back to the left. Now, at first you may think, oh my goodness, there's too much liquid here, or there's not enough. There's 2 different ways you could take this. Don't worry, this is plenty, and it may even overflow, so you may want to use a baking sheet. I highly recommend using a large casserole dish. This is my largest one, and it did go a little bit over, and I think it was mostly due to the tin foil with the condensation, and it kind of dripped over. Totally fine. I always have a baking sheet under it just to catch any drippings. And then we're just going to smother this all over the brisket. Don't worry. Like I said, everything's going to shrink a little bit and it's going to all get coated in that sauce anyway. You could have, if you wanted, pour it over the vegetables and everything, but I didn't feel the need here. Now we're going to cover it with aluminum foil. I have my oven preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to cook this low and slow. I go with 325 degrees Fahrenheit because I feel like it's a good temperature. I get what I want. It's falling apart. It's super moist and all the vegetables are cooked, and I cook it for 4 hours. You can go for 3 to 3.5, but this one was larger. So I did 4 hours and we had enough for leftovers. So I really liked that. Usually I get a smaller brisket because it's just us 4 and it is falling apart. Right away, you're going to see that this smaller end is not falling apart at first look, but once I put it back into that sauce and that sauce gets in there, it does fall apart. Again, I am lefty, so this is so awkward. It just feels so unnatural cutting like this, but I feel like you guys get a better picture. So I hope you guys appreciate that. It was super awkward. Here's me trying to figure out how can I cut this and look natural because I just want to switch my position. So I'm going to put this into the sauce and then we're going to keep cutting it. And as we get to those bigger pieces, you're going to see that I did not remove the fat cap. For some reason, this one did not have a huge fat cap. And when you have a large fat cap, you want to place that fat cap side up. So you want the fat up, not down when you bake it. But it was like, there was like no fat cap. And I usually don't cut it off, but for some reason the butcher did, and that was totally fine. I didn't really miss the fat cap. This was still a moist and tender brisket, so I'm very happy with it. And as you can see, it's starting to fall apart more. Those juices are coming out a little bit, but I let it rest for 15 minutes. So you always want to let your meat rest before you cut it. but it's still steaming hot because it was such a big cut of meat. As you can see, the steam is rising, and I did switch the cutting board because it was just easier for me to cut, and it's just starting to fall apart. Now, don't think this is something you have to enjoy just on Passover. This is actually a recipe that we make very often because we love brisket. You could also do this with London broil, but when you do London broil, I prefer to do it in the Instant Pot. So I use my Instant Pot method for that, but again, you could use the brisket in the Instant Pot. And I'm just going to cut that in half once more. And then when I do serve it to my son, I'm also going to cut it even more. Even though it's fork tender, it's just easier for him. So then what I like to do is put it right back into the casserole dish with all of those juices and kind of push it down in there so all the juice really redistributes into the meat. And then you're going to spoon it over a little bit. You can even put it in the oven a little bit more to get a little bit more caramelization, but we like it just like this. It is absolutely perfect and ready to enjoy. Our brisket is ready to enjoy. I cannot wait to dig in. I'm going to show you how tender it is. Like, I can just cut it with a fork. It's falling apart. And if you wanted it even more falling apart, you can use the Instant Pot. I have an Instant Pot recipe that I'll link below. It's also on YouTube. I'm going for a big bite, guys. I'm excited. My mouth is salivating. I'm trying to get it all on the fork. It's like falling apart. The brisket's falling apart. So here we go. Ready? This is one of my favorite recipes. I will say I've over the years switched to chuck roast because my Aunt Beth told me, hey, Court, chuck roast is so much cheaper. I went to the store today and the brisket was $7.99 a pound and the chuck roast was $7.99 a pound. So you better believe I went for the brisket. Guys, I cannot wait to finish this. It is so tender. The sauce is super sweet. I make it just like my grandmother made it and I love it. She used ginger ale. I know some people use Coca-Cola. I keep it traditional. I keep it the way grandma made it. I use some kosher Lipton onion soup mix, and that's because we are dairy free for my son. Guys, and oh, if you've never put onion, I dropped my onion. Did you hear it plop? If you've never put onions with it, you're missing out. They're so good. They're so tender and they're so sweet. I could really just do the brisket and the onions alone, right on its own. Now I like adding potatoes and I serve it with mashed potatoes. Since it's Passover, you can do with mashed potatoes or you can do rice. Depends on how kosher you're keeping it. But my family does like to serve it with rice. I do mashed potatoes because my kiddo likes mashed potatoes, but we have the potato in there, so you could just do it the one meal thing. You don't have to add potatoes. I think it adds a little bit of comfort to it. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this with my family. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. I wanna thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, friends.